Hey there, Mackenzie. Are you awake right now? I've got a big announcement to make. Ready? I'm happy to inform you that your fiancé is now my boy toy.
What?
We just left our hotel a little bit ago after a very fun night together. Plan was just to spend the evening there, but your fiancé just couldn't get enough, so we ended up staying until morning.
Penny, what are you saying?
You don't get it? We've been seeing each other on the weekends for the last 3 months. You didn't really notice?
Why?
You know why. Because you're a pretentious little skank and thought you had the right to get married before me? I did what I had to do to show you your place.
Had to? You had to sleep with my fiancé? What's the matter with you?
So what? I was getting married before you.
Who cares? It doesn't matter at all.
Oh my god, you are unbelievable. Don't pretend like you forgot what you did. You remember that time when my boyfriend found out I was cheating on him and dumped me? You brought your fiancé to the house to show him off to me the very next day.
What the? Is that really your reason?
My own sister was mocking my pain and shoving her happiness in my face. Who wouldn't get pissed off at that?
You're making zero sense.
Whatever. I don't need to explain myself to you. The two of you are breaking up now, right? I win, you lose.
I guess it'd probably be a waste of time if I told Mom and Dad what an abhorrent slut you are. They'd never believe me.
Of course they wouldn't. Those two oblivious doofuses think I'm a virgin. After all, I'm way prettier than you are. It's only natural that they would favor me.
I'm done. I have nothing to say to you anymore. Have fun with my ex. I don't care.
Oh, really?
Goodbye.
Hey there, Mackenzie. Did you get the invitation for my wedding in the mail?
Yeah. But seriously, what is this?
What do you mean? It's a wedding invitation, dummy.
Who is this guy you're getting married to? I've never seen this name before in my life.
You're not fooling anyone. As if you'd forget your own boyfriend's name.
Boyfriend?
You thought you could hide him from me? Well, you thought wrong.
You should have seen this coming. You started dating him right after I stole your fiancé from you, and then I got your new boyfriend in bed with me just as fast. So seriously? You can quit your pretending. I know everything. What are you talking about, Penny?
What? Did you actually think I was gonna marry your ex-fiancé? A complete loser like him? Give me a break. I tossed him to the curb the day after I told you about our relationship.
The next day?
Well, yeah. It's not like I was seeing him because I liked him or anything. I only used him to get at you, and after I broke your heart, I had no more use for him.
You're really something else, Penny. You slept with a guy just to hurt me? Unreal.
Yeah, but this time, you actually landed a pretty decent boyfriend, so there's no way I'm letting this one slip away. We're getting married.
Hold on, I need to get a dictionary and see if there's a stronger word to describe you than immoral, soulless, or vile blood-sucking succubus.
Aw, you're really hurt that I'm gonna be enjoying marital bliss while you're nursing your emotional wounds. Anyway, make sure you come, okay? I really want you to be there.
Not a chance in hell.
What? You're not gonna come to your old little sister's wedding? What kind of sister are you? How could you be so cold?
Do you really not see how painfully ironic it is that you're saying that to me right now? You slept with a man just to hurt my feelings. Yeah, but you deserve that, so... Whatever. I'm not coming to your wedding, Penny.
Come on! Why not?
His parents were so disappointed when you weren't there when I introduced him to Mom and Dad. You should have seen them. If it wasn't for the fact that I stole him from you, I would have just told them that you were dead or that I was an only child. But unfortunately, that option wasn't available to me. Why don't you just tell them that we're not on speaking terms? That would be actually telling the truth.
I couldn't do that. They might start asking questions.
What's the matter? You don't want your future in-laws to see what a home-wrecking harpy you are?
What's that for?
Nothing. I just have a really, really bad feeling about this. So yeah, I'm definitely not coming to your wedding.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Bye, Penny.
Hey there, Mackenzie. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm so excited.
Huh?
I'm getting married to your boyfriend tomorrow, remember? The fact that I'm crushing your happiness just makes this day even happier for me.
Oh, it's tomorrow? Wow, I had completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, right. You're such a bad liar. I know you're gonna be crying yourself to sleep tonight. This is now the second man I stolen from you. And this time, I'm actually getting married to him. This is the best. I think I might cry laughing. But man, that boyfriend of yours is a real catch, Mackenzie. He's filthy rich. He makes 300 grand a year. Thanks so much for finding him for me. If not for you, we might never have gotten married. I can't wait until we get into our sweet room at the luxurious hotel where we're staying our first night as man and wife. Just him, me, and a do not disturb sign.
For the record, my boyfriend is currently sitting next to me watching TV.
Huh?
And also for the record, he's not my boyfriend. He's my husband.
What? Husband? You met a new man and married him already?
No, you moron. Unlike a particular someone I know, I have too high of a moral standard to go out banging a different guy every day of the week.
Then what the hell is going on? I already stole your fiancé and your boyfriend, but now you're suddenly married? If you're just trying to ruin my wedding by lying to me that you're actually happy, then that is really low.
I'm not lying, Penny.
Then start explaining why the hell you're married right now.
Well, long story short, you made a very, very big mistake, Penny.
What mistake? Start making sense.
Actually, to be more accurate, you've made two very, very big mistakes.
You're still not making any sense.
The truth is, you have never stolen any man from me, not even one. I got married to my fiancé, the man you tried to steal from me.
You're lying. I slept with your fiancé and dumped him afterward. I had met him before. I know what he looks like. There's no way I would make a mistake like that. I knew exactly who I was going for.
Yeah, the guy you slept with, he's actually my boyfriend's older brother.
His brother?
Yep, and he's now officially my brother-in-law. He came by the house while we were visiting my in-laws the other day and said something about having a fling with some woman who was coming on crazy strong to him, but ever since then, he hasn't heard or seen anything from her. But that got me suspicious. And when I asked him to show me a picture of this mystery woman, he showed me a picture of him standing next to you, Penny. Oh no. You only ever met my husband once, Penny, and you never even knew his name. Apparently, you didn't even remember his face that well, because you ended up sleeping with his older brother by mistake. I guess I don't blame you. They do look an awful lot alike.
I can't believe it.
When I told him the truth why you had gone after him, he was furious. Like, seriously, he looked like he was about to explode. But after that, he went down to his boxing gym and took out all of his frustration, anger, and embarrassment on the punching bags. So he's very much over you now.
Wait, so then who's the second boyfriend of yours? The guy I'm getting married to tomorrow. He's your boyfriend. What's the deal with him? I saw him going in and out of your apartment all the time. He had to be your boyfriend. I followed him home one day and started hitting on him because he was your boyfriend.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on first. But when I took another good look at the name on the wedding invitation, I realized that it was the name of the guy who lived next door to me in my old apartment building.
Next door?
I'm pretty sure you have gotten the room number wrong. My apartment was number 302, and your fiancé was living in 301.
That wasn't your room?
And by the way, I moved out of that apartment, so I don't live in that building anymore.
Wait, so you're telling me that I actually did get the wrong guy?
Yep. It was a close call. Too close for comfort. In fact, I'm still really angry at you for playing with my brother-in-law's heart like that. But in the end, I was still able to get married to my fiancé, so there's the silver lining.
No! No, come on! Mackenzie, answer me! What did you do?
You tell me.
My fiancé broke up with me. He said he can't marry me anymore.
Oh.
Oh? Is that you have to say for yourself? Tell me what's going on here right now.
Why are you asking me?
Because this is your fault. It has to be. Who else could be behind this? You just couldn't allow me to even have a tiny bit of happiness. You went and told a pack of lies to my fiancé, didn't you?
How would I do that?
You told me yourself. You were neighbors.
Yeah, and that's about as far as our relationship went. We would say hi to each other when we met in the hallway, but we weren't really friends or anything. I don't even know his number.
But
did you think about maybe asking your fiancé what's going on? Knowing you, you're probably sending this message to me in the middle of his breakup speech without waiting for him to finish, right?
How did you know?
Any case, trust me, whatever reason your fiancé has for breaking up with you, I had nothing to do with it. If you would like to discuss this issue further with me, please finish your current conversation first, and try messaging me again, okay?
Mackenzie, I need help. Can you lend me $80,000?
What? $80,000? I'm just doing desk work at a small company. I don't have that kind of money.
You're the only one who can help me.
Let me take a stab in the dark. Does this have something to do with your breakup from yesterday?
My fiancé found out about my boyfriend and my other boyfriend.
Wait a minute, two? Oh my god, you were sleeping with two other men while engaged to this guy?
But I broke it off with both of them a week before the wedding. I guess one of them told my fiancé about everything. So now I have to pay the $80,000 bill for the wedding all by myself, and he's probably gonna sue me for cheating on him and for taking his money. So, yeah, that's where things stand for me right now.
Incredible. Just incredible.
And worse, when I told mom and dad about the two boyfriends thing, they just got this really disgusted look on their faces and told me that they weren't gonna do anything at all to help me out of this. Then they just turned around and walked out of the room, and they haven't spoken to me ever since.
I see. I guess seeing 3 men at the same time was enough to disillusion them into the precious little innocent princess game you had been playing with them.
Please, Mackenzie, I need your help.
Did you actually think I was gonna help you out?
Yeah.
Sure. In the end, you ended up targeting the wrong guy, but you still were deliberately attempting to ruin my marriage. I will never help you. You got yourself into this mess. You can get yourself out.
I told you, Mackenzie, you're the only person I have left.
This isn't just about me. My husband is furious at you too. You played with his brother's heart, then smashed it to pieces. If I helped you out, that would be a betrayal of my husband. So again, not a chance.
But I don't have any money. I can't afford to pay an $80,000 bill for a wedding that didn't happen. What am I supposed to do?
You could always, get a job.
A job?
Well, seeing as though you didn't go to college and haven't had a single job in your entire life, I imagine your employable skill set is probably somewhat limited.
Get a job? Me?
Well, you're gonna have to find some way to pay for that $80,000 wedding bill.
No way!
My sister was always looking for a rich man to take care of her. It seemed like she was pretty confident that she could make this dream a reality. And since she was so sure that she would be living the pampered life at home all day of her husband's money, she never really felt any need to desire work. And, well, you can see how far that got her. I guess the bill has finally come due for her reckless behavior up until now. Having earned the ire of our parents, who had treated her like their precious little angel all her life, she was now left with only one option: to deal with the massive debt she had incurred. Run away. She started going through all of her old boyfriends and even some guys that she met on social media, staying with each one for a few days at a time. And eventually, she finally worked her way so far down her list that she actually came to my brother-in-law for help. That was a mistake that she soon regretted, because he was not about to take any more nonsense from her. He called the police, who swiftly came to pick her up. She now has a fresh criminal record for stealing a bunch of cash and valuables from her fiancé, so I think she's going to find it pretty difficult to work off her $80,000 debt once she gets out of jail. Not that it's any of my concern anymore.
Hey, Melissa. Sorry, I was really busy. I had to take my lunch break late today. I can finally eat. I'm starving.
You must have been much busier than usual then.
You have no idea. I'm exhausted already. But I was really looking forward to eating this lunch. Thanks for making it for me.
No problem. I'll be making you lunch every day from now on. I hope it can help you feel even a little bit better at work.
You know what? I still find it kind of hard to believe that we really got married.
What is this all of a sudden?
I don't know. I guess it's just these little domestic kind of exchanges that make it really sink in.
I kind of know what you mean. It really does feel like a conversation between a husband and a wife.
The wedding was only just recently, and I still have a lingering feeling as though I'm still at the ceremony.
It was a wonderful ceremony, wasn't it? Both of our parents were completely in tears.
I think my parents were really thankful and have high hopes for our future together. That's why they were crying so much.
What do you mean by that? I haven't really done anything for them to be grateful to me for.
I'm guessing it's mainly for that time the company I worked at went bankrupt and shut down. I lost my job and I've really lost my way in life at the moment, but it helped me find a job and set myself straight again. On top of that, I really enjoy the work I'm doing now. I'm really happy I was able to get this job.
It's not that big of a deal, though. The company that one of my relatives runs was short on staff, so I was able to recommend you for a position.
It's not just that either. You accepted me even though you know that I can't have kids. I think they were really scared that I wouldn't be able to get married or find anyone because of that. I mean, if you had told me that you didn't want to get married after I told you that, I couldn't even have blamed you. I would have understood completely. But is it really okay that you won't be able to have a child?
I already knew that before we got married, so let's stop talking about this. And if we don't have kids, then that's just more money for us to use to do things that we love. There's always a positive way to look at every situation. Look for the silver lining.
I guess, but I still can't shake some of the anxiety. You might be okay with it now, but what happens if later down the line you realize that you really did want kids after all?
In that case, we could always look to adopt or become foster parents. Although, people say you shouldn't use adoption centers just if you yourself want kids. It should be for the kids' sake. But maybe if we're okay financially, it might not be a bad way to have a family of our own.
So basically, there could be lots of options for us in the future.
The world we live in now is diverse and almost anything is possible. Besides, it's not like the two of us decided to get married just to have a kid, is it?
Thank you. You have such a big heart. That makes me feel much better.
No need to exaggerate.
I really lost a bit of confidence and became anxious once I found out about my infertility. But if you're okay with being with me as I am, then I'm not going to look down on myself anymore. The issue can end here.
That's good to hear, but I didn't really do anything special. I just fell in love with you, and then we got married. That's it.
I'm really lucky to have been able to marry you. I can't wait for our future together.
Hey, do you want to come shopping with me tomorrow? It's your day off, right?
Sorry, I can't. I got called into work tomorrow. What about going next week?
I don't know if I can go next week. I think tomorrow is the only day that really works for me.
Is there something in particular that you wanted to buy?
I wanted to look for a wedding gift for Allison. She's having a wedding party for all of us instead of a ceremony, remember? I wanted to make sure I got a gift and was ready to give it to her by that day.
Oh, that's right.
You'll be able to make it with me to the party though, right?
Of course I will. Some other people I know are going there too. But if it's for Allison, we better make sure to get her a nice gift.
You know how we all went to the same high school, right? Were you ever in the same class?
No, never. But we still saw each other in the halls and events and the like. I just know her face. I don't think we ever spoke while we were at school.
So you guys only started speaking after we started dating? That means since the reunion.
I guess so. In high school, I never thought that we would ever end up together. I mean, we also never spoke while we were at high school, right?
No, we didn't. Even at the high school reunion, I honestly had a hard time remembering your name and your face.
I guess I never made much of an impression then. To be fair, I didn't remember you very well either.
You remembered Allison better, didn't you? I mean, she has always been really pretty and stands out wherever she goes.
She's super intense in lots of different ways. You guys are old childhood friends, aren't you?
Yeah, we've known each other since kindergarten.
Well, that's a long time.
It really, really is. But I don't think we would have been friends if we hadn't known each other since then. Our personalities are totally different after all.
Yeah, she seems like she acts like a little princess.
You see, her father is the owner of a pretty big restaurant chain. When we first became friends, it was still a pretty small business, but it's gotten pretty big since then. Plus, her fiancé is also super rich.
What does he do?
But his father also apparently owns a bunch of properties and stocks too.
I guess money really does attract more money. I know she's your friend, but to be honest, I've never really been sure how I feel about Allison. Ever since high school.
Not sure in what way? As in her personality?
I mean, she's pretty selfish, right? I remember that whenever there was any trouble or fuss at school, she was sure to be the cause of it. I'd always think how spoiled she must have been growing up to act like that. Don't get me wrong though, it's not like I hate her or anything.
I definitely can't deny that she can be selfish sometimes. But she really is a good person deep down. She'll do anything when it comes to her friends. There's a real strong sense of loyalty that she feels for them.
Oh really? I wouldn't have expected that. What I'm really surprised is that she's not having a full wedding ceremony. I would have expected her to throw a crazy extravagant one. But then she decided just to have a small party instead.
Well, she did have a wedding ceremony, but it was for family only. It was in Hawaii.
Ah, I see. At a location wedding. I guess that's how rich people do things.
Her husband is from Hawaii, so most of his family is there. That's why they decided to just have a small party for friends on the mainland. Apparently, the party is still costing them a whole lot of money, though.
Really? Just for the party?
I think even just the rent for the hall is already super expensive. It's right by the sea, so it must have been pricey. It's kind of lucky for us, though, that they did a family one in Hawaii and then one for us here. We would have had a tough time being able to pay for a trip all the way out there just for a wedding.
You're right. Vacation weddings are really nice, but are quite difficult for the guests. I guess even rich people can be thoughtful of others sometimes.
Especially Allison. I'm looking forward to it, though. I wonder what kind of party it'll be.
Hey, Melissa, how could you?
Allison, what do you mean? What's going on?
Don't play dumb. When did you have a kid? Why didn't you tell me when you were pregnant? You told me that you don't even want kids in the first place. And then you go and have a kid without saying anything?
Allison, what? I really don't know what you're getting at.
I'm talking about your baby. I know that we've both been really busy and haven't even had time to see each other since you got married. But does that mean you just forgot about me? You should have told me. We could at least have celebrated the birth together.
Allison, I don't have a kid. Where did you even get this from?
Don't even try to lie to me. It won't work. Why did you keep it a secret? I'm seriously upset about this.
I'm not lying or trying to trick you here. I honestly don't have a kid. If you don't believe me, go ahead and call my parents and ask them. You have their number, right?
If you don't have a kid, then whose baby was it that I saw?
What baby are you talking about? I've got no idea what's going on here.
I just saw John a little while ago. He just stepped out of the hospital.
What? John was at the hospital?
Yeah, and he was holding a baby in his arms. I figured you guys had gone in for a checkup. It looked like he was just waiting for you outside.
I didn't go there today. I was nowhere near the hospital. I went out shopping on my own this morning and was doing that all day. I wasn't ever pregnant either. I mean, I can't get pregnant.
What do you mean you can't?
This is just between you and me, okay? But John is infertile. We can't have kids. That's why I told you that I don't want to have kids before. The real reason is that we can't.
Oh, really? I didn't even think that may have been the case.
Well, it's not like we wanted to go around telling everyone the real reason for it, you know? That's why we just tell everyone that we don't plan on having kids. It makes it much easier.
Then what was John doing there?
I don't know, but John said that he had work today. Are you sure you didn't make a mistake?
No, it was definitely him. There's no way I'd have made a mistake. I mean, I've met and spoken to him so many times at this point.
But I don't have a kid, and I wasn't ever pregnant. It couldn't be him. But if you're sure it was really him, then what on earth was he doing there?
Does John have any siblings? Maybe he was looking after one of their kids.
He does have an older brother, but I've never heard anything about his wife being pregnant. Besides, he told me that he got called into work today. Why would he lie about that?
I don't know, that's weird. Like, if he was just looking after a friend's or relative's kid, then there'd be no reason to lie to you about going to work.
Allison, did you talk to John?
No, I was actually in the car and just stopped at the lights outside when I saw him. So I didn't really have the chance to say anything to him.
But you said that it looked like he was waiting for somebody to come out, right? There wasn't anybody with him?
Yeah, he was outside by himself with the baby, but he seemed as though he was looking at the door of the hospital and waiting for someone to come. Plus, he had a woman's bag in his arms too, so he definitely came with somebody else, not alone.
I wonder who it could be.
Sorry to say this, Melissa, but do you think he could be having an affair? Then the baby might be a child he had with his lover?
That can't be it. In the first place, he can't have kids at all.
But wouldn't that make the most sense given the situation? Usually if men are going to lie like this, it's because they're cheating.
But him having a love child? I can't even imagine that to be true.
If it's the truth though, he really betrayed you. There's no way I could forgive him for that. I'm pulled over on the side of the road because I wanted to message you. But do you want me to go back to where he was? I can go and catch him red-handed.
Wait, don't do that. If he really is cheating, I want to have solid proof of it. Could you just go back and try to get a photo of him with whoever he was waiting for? And then based on that, I'll decide what to do.
Of course I can do that. Just leave it to me. I'm not letting him get away with anything if he cheated on you.
Hey, John, where did you go? You disappeared in the middle of Allison's party.
What the hell is going on? Why did she say go and say that out of nowhere?
You mean about you cheating on me?
That's just a misunderstanding.
It really took me by surprise. I never expected you to be cheating on me with someone so close to us. I mean, you, me, and Allison have all known Sophie since high school. She's even close enough to be invited to Allison's wedding party.
I'm telling you that I'm not having an affair. It's not like that.
You saw the photo that Allison showed everyone, though. It's a photo of the two of you together.
Where did you even get your hands on something like that?
Allison just happened to see the two of you somewhere and contacted me straight away.
How could you go about blurting things out like that in front of so many people? Your parents are in that crowd, you know.
Allison and I have known each other for so long, she's basically part of the family. Of course my parents would be there to celebrate our marriage.
So you purposefully just wanted to shame me in front of your parents?
Yeah, basically. But that was pretty low of you to run out of the party but leave Sophie here all alone. She started shaking so hard she had to be taken to a different room. My entire family were really about to give her a piece of their mind.
Anyone would want to run away in that kind of situation. Literally everyone at the party was staring at me.
But you running away is an admission of guilt. My dad is on the phone to your parents right now to tell them everything.
Wait a second, don't get my parents involved in this.
John, I'm going to be straight with you. Everything that's going to happen to you from now is what you deserve. You brought it on yourself. You're not just going to get away with hurting my best friend like that.
Is this Allison?
How about you come back to the party and you and Sophie can get on your knees and beg for forgiveness?
It's your fault things have gotten so messed up right now. Are you crazy doing something like this?
You're just reaping what you saw. Don't blame other people for the results of your action.
Don't you realize that it could be your fault that our marriage falls apart? Didn't you think about that before you pulled the stunt?
All I did was reveal the truth. If that's going to ruin your marriage,
Shut the hell up, you've ruined everything! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
then so be it. And what exactly can you do?
I'm gonna make you regret this for the rest of your life. I'd watch my back at night if I were you. You're not gonna look so pretty once I'm done with you.
Oh no, I'm too scared. Are you trying to intimidate me? I'll file a criminal complaint against you then.
What? I haven't committed a crime.
You remember how my husband is a lawyer? Well, he's right next to me reading your messages. And he said that what you said just before qualifies as criminal intimidation.
Are you kidding me? This isn't something to get the police involved over.
That's for me to decide. I'm the victim in this situation after all.
Stop exaggerating. You don't need to go to the police.
Well, we can settle this privately out of court if you want. You'll still have to pay a settlement fee though. I have the money to hire the best lawyers available. So you want to get into it with me? You better be prepared for complaint ruin.
This is Melissa again. You're a real idiot for trying to make Allison into an enemy like that. Once she gets worked up, she doesn't listen to anyone.
Melissa, please, calm her down for me. She's getting way too worked up over this.
Allison is fine, but I wouldn't rile her up anymore if I were you. She will do whatever she said and clean you out completely if she feels like it. The more aggressive you get with her, the worse it'll be for you in the end.
Just have her leave it alone. I'll tell you the truth, okay? It's true I was cheating on you with Sophie. But I also lied about not being able to have kids. Sophie and I have been seeing each other for the last 2 years or so.
So, that baby really is yours then? Why would you lie about that?
Because I only wanted to have a cute child.
What is that supposed to mean?
Sophie has a pretty face, so I wanted to have a child with her. Honestly, if I have a child with you, I don't think they would turn out very good looking. So I decided to lie about not being able to have children. But on the other hand, you have a better job and make more money than Sophie, so I figured I would marry you.
So you just didn't want to have a kid with an ugly woman like me? Who do you think you are?
I didn't say you were ugly.
You better come back here right now. If not, I'll ask your parents to come instead. What was that you said about looking forward to our happy future together? You're the one who has made it the complete opposite. After that, John came back to the party because he was really against having his parents come and getting involved directly. When he walked into the room, everyone present burst into yells and jeering. It was like a storm. My father grabbed him by his shirt and hauled him off to another room away from everyone. There, John and Sophie groveled for forgiveness in front of him. A few days later, John had to pay Allison a sizable sum of money as a private settlement for what he said to her. Of course he was against it, but decided that it'd be going to criminal court and being charged with threatening bodily harm. John later lost his job that he enjoyed so much that I referred him to. The owner of the company is a relative of mine after all, and decided to get rid of John after hearing what he had done. Although his life was falling apart because of his own actions, John decided to marry Sophie against his parents' wishes. Because of that, they refused to talk to him ever again and severed all ties with him. However, having lost his job, John wasn't doing so well financially, and Sophie couldn't stand their poor lifestyle and disappeared, leaving the baby behind. There was no way that John would be able to properly raise the child on his own under his current circumstances. In the end, his older brother and wife took in the baby and decided to look after the child as their own. John cut ties and contact with all of his friends and acquaintances and disappeared somewhere. Nobody has heard from him since. On the other hand, I'm enjoying my life on my own again. Deep down, I'm glad that this whole thing was revealed quite early and I didn't have to live with John for that long. Of course, Allison and I are still best friends, even now.